Minutemen. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Northern Illinois' offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And some room to work. There he goes. Lowers those pads. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. Anderson will throw. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The Minuteman offense heads onto the field for the first time today. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Handoff from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the...
He's got it. 1st down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Going to try to get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding.
Turning it on! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Throws for the tight end. Trying to bull his way in. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Minutemen were penned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hood. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UMass! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down. Power football with the run. Good, solid tackle. The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Anderson wants to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grab behind the line. It's Hood. Touchdown, Minutemen! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Northern Illinois right back to the line.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides the back on the option to give. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Anderson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pick?
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UMass offense returns to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. Finds his big tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He's going to take off. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
UMass lines up with a first and goal.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Working that left side now. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Anderson wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. They try to pop a run on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. He now has 74 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's good. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. UMass comes to the line facing second and short.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, UMass. Once he got some room, it was over. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Anderson will throw. Wide open downfield. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
To the air on first down. To the tight end. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a heat. He'll turn and throw back right, a dangerous idea. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking for room. It's Hood. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, UMass. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst.
Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hairston. Got it in the middle, it's Houston. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Houston. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. This time on target. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed over the middle. It's Houston. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Minutemen were pinned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks on the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Northern Illinois right back to the line. Anderson wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. 3 tight ends in the formation. First and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Bringing it back. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Minutemen picked up a chunk on the ground. Let's see what they do here. Looking for a man. It's Lawrence. Got it in the middle. It's Houston. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. UMass comes to the line, facing second and short. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here comes the option. Now the toss.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Can't get him to the ground. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wants to throw. It's Lawrence. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to throw deep right side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Minutemen! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Huskies in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and short, they're giving it to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move at the 30. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. The run from the shotgun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay.
Touchdown, Northern Illinois! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not.
There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will Dividends.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Quickly complete. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Lawrence. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
The Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Just keep slinging it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we...
Turning it on! Got the 1st down and still on his feet. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. A 1st down for the offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gonna run it. It's Hood. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short.
Smart offense. I love it, man.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. UMass comes to the line facing second and short. Looking downfield, it's Lawrence. He's got him. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.